What if I told you the best traders don't trade to win? They don't chase perfection, they don't obsess over high win rates, and they certainly don't count every win as proof they've made it. The best traders don't crave wins, they prepare for losses. The truth is, the real winners in this game have learned to lose better than everyone else. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by losses or been frustrated with your trading journey, you're about to learn how those losses can actually become your biggest advantage. Most traders enter the game with one clear goal: win big. They chase after perfect strategies, endless setups, and they dream of high win rates. But what if I told you that chasing wins actually hurts your performance more than it helps? The most successful traders in the world know that it's not about avoiding loss, it's about understanding it. They've learned that the true path to success comes from accepting loss, understanding it, and using it to build a stronger mindset. Let's dig deeper into how mastering loss can make you a better trader. Let's tackle the first myth most traders fall for: the idea that trading is about winning. Everywhere you turn, you're bombarded with promises of perfect systems and high win rates. Follow the right strategy and you'll never lose again. Sounds great, doesn't it? But here's the problem. That's a dangerous lie. The biggest mistake most traders make is believing that loss is failure. Every red candle, every stop out, every moment of drawdown is seen as a personal failure. But let me tell you something very important. Losing is not the enemy. Your reaction to it is. Take Josh, for example. He spent months perfecting a strategy that seemed foolproof. He read every book, followed all the rules, even back-tested his trades. But when he started placing his real trades, things didn't go according to plan. He had a series of small losses, but then a big one hit. The loss didn't just shake his confidence, it shook his belief in the system. Josh had been winning on a demo account, but now that real money was on the line, his emotions kicked in. He entered the next trade too quickly, he hesitated, doubled down, and ignored his strategy. The result? A loss that was bigger than the first. And that's when Josh realized winning isn't about avoiding loss. It's about handling it when it inevitably happens. Trading isn't just about charts or setups. It's a mental game. Every time you enter a trade, you're actually battling something much bigger: your own emotions. Your body reacts to a loss the same way it would react to real danger: fear, panic, and an instinct to avoid what's happening. When Anna first started trading, she was all about the numbers. She thought that if she just followed the technical rules perfectly, she should be fine. But then something strange happened. One day, after a minor loss, her heart rate spiked. She found herself feeling that fight or flight panic, just like if she were in a real-life emergency. Her body was reacting to a trade as though her life was in danger. Anna discovered that her body was out of sync with her trading strategy. The fear she felt wasn't rational, it was primal. When she finally understood that her brain was reacting as if she was being chased by a predator, she realized she had to find a way to reset herself in those moments. She started training herself to calm down before every trade. She used breathing exercises, took short walks, and even set up a trading ritual to prepare herself mentally for what was coming. What Anna learned is crucial. When you trade from a place of fear, you make emotional decisions that break your system. The key was learning to detach from the fear. Here's where things get interesting. The most successful traders aren't the ones who avoid loss. They're the ones who've learned to grow from it. They've trained themselves to bounce back quickly without letting one bad trade dictate their next move. Mark was a trader who at first could not handle losses. He'd get so frustrated after a series of bad trades that he'd begin chasing the market, taking impulsive trades just to make up for the losses. But after a particularly tough losing streak, Mark hit a breaking point. He realized that if he kept trading like this, he'd blow up his account. Mark started tracking his emotional responses. He began journaling, not just about the trades, but about the feelings. He wrote down how he felt after a loss, the frustration, the anger, the guilt, and then wrote about how he would handle those feelings differently next time. Slowly, Mark learned that every loss was an opportunity to learn, not something to fear. Mark turned his greatest weakness into his biggest strength. He stopped fearing loss and started using it to refine his strategy and control his emotions. He became less attached to each trade and more focused on executing his plan with consistency. The result? He became a far more resilient and successful trader. So what can we all learn from this? The traders who win in the long run aren't the ones who win every trade. They're the ones who've learned to lose with dignity and bounce back without missing a beat. Trading is not about avoiding loss, it's about navigating it, learning from it, and becoming a stronger trader with each setback. Success doesn't come from having a perfect win rate or being right every time, although we might think it does. It comes from having the ability to detach from the outcome focus on your process, and keep moving forward no matter how many losses you experience. The key to becoming a great trader is understanding that the only real victory comes from how you handle the inevitable losses. Now, I want you to do something really quick. Put this on a post-it note, put it in your notes, put it somewhere that you're going to see every single day. Write down, I am not my P&L, I am my process. For the next week, maybe a month, depending upon how often you trade, track your performance based solely on your execution, not the results. Every trade you make, ask yourself, did I follow my plan? Did I stick to the process? Hit that subscribe button if you're ready to start trading for the right reasons. Tomorrow when the market opens, remember, it's not about getting the trade right, it's about getting your mindset right. Start now and let's trade with a purpose, not just profit. See you guys in the next one. Peace.